Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk about a little movie called The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So first I have to start off by saying that I was going to start off this review with a pros and cons list of the movie and then give my final report, but oops. I have to be honest guys, that's why I'm here, that's why I'm making videos for you guys, reviewing movies and everything. This film is so dull and unnecessary. Now a few years ago when The Amazing Spider-Man came out, I know, myself included, a lot of people were not annoyed but just underwhelmed by the movie coming out. In the past 12 years now, there have been 5 Spider-Man movies. And I know that's for a reason. Sony has a contract, and in order to keep the Spider-Man franchise, they have to make a movie every certain number of years, but it's really hurting them and really hurting the franchise. To me, the first Spider-Man trilogy, even the third one, I know how bad the third one was, but to me, the feeling of the 3 movies and just the overall world was so magical, so interesting, fun. We were really invested in the characters and the story, and while I really like Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone and their chemistry, I'm just so not invested in this series. Now to start off with this new sequel, first of all, not to compare the original Spider-Man trilogy with this new reboot, but especially the first and second Spider-Man movies were so simple and just focused on a very simple storyline and the characters, and I feel like these first 2 movies, The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, are just so convoluted. They throw in little side stories that aren't necessary. They try to make the movie and the story more interesting, but it just makes it more bloated and uninteresting, actually. I wasn't a fan of Electro at all. In some movies Jamie Foxx is great, but in others you can tell that he's acting and actually overacting. And playing this character of Max Dillon and then into Electro, I felt like he was not suited for this part at all. I just felt like it was Jamie Foxx playing a character. Obviously the plot is twisted a little bit in this new series, but it's just not interesting, especially when we're watching these characters deal with the same villains and very similar storylines. It's one thing if the original Spider-Man trilogy was made 20-30 years ago, but it was just so recent that you have to compare them. You have to compare the older series with the newer series, and this newer series just doesn't stand up to those. Sam Raimi, again, not including the third Spider-Man, which we'll forget about for now. We'll just talk about the first 2 Spider-Mans and the first 2 Amazing Spider-Mans. The first 2 Spider-Mans by Sam Raimi were so good, and to reboot the series a few years later with Marc Webb as the director is really overkill, especially when it's not done well. And finally, this isn't giving anything away, it's been in the news a lot, but these Amazing Spider-Man movies are leading up to the Sinister Six movie in a few years, and I think they're focusing a little bit too much on leading the story in that direction rather than just focusing on this movie alone. And if they had done that, it would have been much better. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked the review. I started a new series recently called Censored. So far I have a Frozen episode and a Rio episode. People really seem to like it, so I hope you guys check it out. Subscribe, like this video, comment, let me know what you think about the movie, or if you haven't seen it yet, what you're expecting to see from it. But that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.